Alright, we don't want a zombie on the floor in here. Bad RNG. Alright, we want this to be a one try. Bad RNG. I'm bad. Don't turbo. You can still dodge her if she turbos if you take the perfect line. We want the zombies to be by the stairs. Bad RNG. And that's bad RNG because they have a chance to grab you there, but more importantly, you can't take the optimal line out, so you lose like 0.2 seconds. And now because we got bad RNG in the entrance, the zombie at the exit might kill the run. I didn't have enough time to go towards the door. Anyway, take what I just said about that whole 4 minutes and space that through the whole game, and you have the RNG you need to get an absolute perfect run. Like, another couple things just that people don't notice is all the alleyway dodges for the zombies in the alley, like the main alley you go through, like where you grab the rusted crank, and like the one that leads to the newspaper station and the kitchen. That zombie, every time you see him, you want him to walk into the wall. And the odds of him walking into the wall even once, and you want him to do it 3 times, the odds of him walking into the wall once a run is like 1 in 10, 1 in 20. But see, don't discredit the run. There is a lot of RNG in this game, but it's not just like, oh, my run's bad because RNG. If you don't have like a 43-minute run, it has nothing to do with RNG. Let's say your PB is a 44 minutes, all right? And you run for 12 hours one day. It's not RNG. Now, if you want a low 40, you need to play well and get good RNG. But RE4 Remake has worse. I mean, RE4 Remake's the same thing. Every single fucking dude you run by can, like, hurt the run. But the difference is, the reason why it's so apparent in this game is that, like, the game is far more optimal. So these things matter. This is not a discredit towards any runner, even myself. RE4 Remake is not even close to the level of optimization of this game. It's going to be years before it reaches that point. And once it does reach that point, it's going to be the worst game to try and get record in ever. In the whole franchise, easily. If I'm attempting record for this game, I want like a 150 or a 149 basement, okay? Imagine if you needed a village doing the risky strat by shooting the bull or throwing the flashbang. Imagine if you needed a village that was 1 to 2 seconds from perfect. Imagine. People take villages that are 10 seconds from perfect right now. Imagine if you needed it to be 1 to 2. And then you needed nothing to hit you in Dynamite Valley. That game is going to be far worse than this one. It's not even a question. But right now it's fine. But see, the thing that balances that out is that whoever gets the record isn't gonna have perfect RNG anyway. But let's say one player grinds it severely more than everyone else, then it'll be horrible to get record for. Biohazard. Yeah, and both runs are super fun, so it doesn't matter. They're almost a positive thing. Oh yeah, any game that has more mechanics is usually harder. When you go past a casual playthrough, it's hard to define a game by difficulty, especially for a speedrun, because it's exactly relative to playtime. So whereas RE4 Remake might be more difficult to run than, let's say, RE1, a very easy speedrun. You know, the difference of skill between 2 players that have 100 hours is probably the exact same between both games. But reaching that highest level of optimization in a longer game is where you see that big discrepancy between times. And the more mechanics add like a bigger wall of like, can a player reach that skill level or will they hit that wall? Where if there's less mechanics, that wall will be almost non-existent. Plenty of people reach a wall in this game and just like they'll get a 43 or like a 44 and that's it. They're done. When it comes to RE4, like this is how it is. If you want a perfect RE4 run, they only break as many boxes as you need. Every time you break a box in RE4, you want 4 rifle rounds, 4 rifle rounds, 4 rifle rounds, 4 rifle rounds. And then we're in the maze section. All right, we want magnum, 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 heavy nade, rifle, rifle, shotgun, shotgun, rifle, shotgun. And like if you don't get these things, it's not a good run, you know? Biohazard. It's like if you break one box and it's pistol and you need it to be shotgun, you need to break another box. That loses time. But I digress. I'm just shooting this shit with you guys just for the sake of it and just for expanding your knowledge of speedrunning and what it takes to get a world record or an optimal time in a game. RE4 isn't close to that level right now, so it doesn't really matter. But down the road though, like years from now, we will be laughing about RE4 like we laugh about this game. RE1 is definitely the easiest to run of the original 3. It's all movement and menuing. That doesn't mean record is easy to get though. RE1 is a very, very, very stressful speedrun. Because when something goes wrong in RE1, it's 100% your fault and the run's dead. So it feels horrible. If you want to test your fucking skill at playing Resident Evil, play Resident Evil 1 Original. Play 1 Original, chill any percent. Whatever time you get is the exact time you deserve. It is not RNG at all. It is 100% your fault if you lose a run. There is no random elements. There's like a single one, and it's 2 seconds. So unless you're 2 seconds away from record, it doesn't matter. I find RE1 very stressful because part of the stress is knowing that you have to watch the fucking cutscenes again when you reset.
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?